Launching a new product can make or break your brand, and sometimes it's not the product that kills you, it's the process. We worked with DTC founder who spent $120K developing their hero winter collection, but delays pushed production into March. And by the time the products arrived, winter was over. $80K in inventory sat untouched for a year. And if you're launching new products, this video will help you avoid these painful mistakes. Here are the top 10 biggest NPD mistakes DTC founders make and exactly how to avoid them. At Move Supply Chain, we've managed 250 plus product launches across apparel, beauty, lifestyle, home categories, and even formulated products. We've seen everything: seasonal delays, defective launches, cash stuck in inventory, and we've built systems to avoid them. Now, here's the top 10 NPD mistakes. Mistake number 1, falling in love with ideas instead of data. I am personally guilty of this with my brand Vivere Journey. I was too attached with the idea and how I want to design my product, and data comes second or last even. I learned the hard way, of course. Another scenario is our client, an apparel founder, launched a hoodie because it was trending on TikTok, ordered 3K units, and 6 months later, 2,200 were still in storage. Validate before you build. Run keyword analysis using Google Trends, Helium 10, or Jungle Scouts. Then create a waitlist landing page if possible. You aim for 300 plus signups before ordering, or spend $150 on ad testing mockups. Without demand validation, you risk locking thousands of dollars into your products your audience doesn't want. This traps your working capital and delays future launches. Now, go to Google Trends today, search your product idea, compare it to 2 alternatives, and if your curve is flat or trending down, pause sampling and test a stronger concept. Now, mistake number 2 is sampling forever without clear criteria. And as an NPD expert myself, my criteria for a job well done development is when your sampling rounds are maxed at 2. I always aim for 1 sampling phase. A founder spent 6 long months and 8K on 9 rounds of samples. None were right because they never gave the supplier clear instructions plus the language barrier. So set guardrails before you start. Create a tech pack or product specification sheet including materials, dimension, and tolerances. Limit yourself to 3 max rounds of sampling. Use a shared Google Sheet or Airtable for revisions to avoid back and forth confusion. And after finalizing the product, make sure to update your tech pack because you will need this when you reorder. Uncontrolled sampling leads to months of wasted time, rising costs, and missed launches. And without clear checkpoints, you burn cash before production even begins. Take 30 minutes today to draft a 1-page tech pack. List your materials, dimensions, finishes, and packaging. Even a very basic template prevents 80% of sampling miscommunication. Use Canva for starters, but if you know how to use design tools, that's of course better. I'm going to attach a sample tech pack in the description below. Mistake number 3 is committing to one supplier too early. A lifestyle brand locked into a single recommended vendor later discovered they were paying 22% above market price and couldn't switch anymore. So always compare options. Run 3 to 5 RFQs or request for quotations simultaneously. Compare pricing, MOQ, lead times, and defects rate. Use platforms like Alibaba Verified or Factory Confirm to vet suppliers. Committing to one supplier too soon kills negotiation leverage, and without comparison, you'll overpay and accept worse lead times that your suppliers have offered. To get top 3 vendors, you need to reach out to at least 100 vendors. Email them your requirements, and even 2 extra responses will give you a leverage when negotiating pricing and timelines. Now, mistakes number 4 is ignoring timelines, missing entire seasons. A DTC outwear brand planned a winter launch in October and delays pushed production into March. 150K in jackets sat unsold until next year. Use PERT to plan backwards. So work backwards from launch dates. So example, you set your lead time for sampling, which is 4 weeks, bulk production, 6 to 8 weeks, freight and customs 2 to 3 weeks for via air and 6 to 7 weeks for via sea. Then add QC buffer for another week. Then, all in all, add 20% contingency buffer. Seasonal misses cost brands thousands in trapped inventory and lost revenue opportunities. DTC margins evaporate when you miss the selling window. So open now your calendar, mark your target launch date, subtract 20 weeks minimum, and if you're already inside that window, reprioritize NPD or choose a non-seasonal SKU. Mistake number 5 is skipping competitor benchmarking. A DTC beauty founder priced a serum at $85 without research, and competitors average $42. Their conversion rate tanked, and you need to build a competitor matrix first. Track 5 to 10 direct competitors for their pricing, packaging quality, customer reviews, and sell-through velocities. There are tools like Glimpse or SimilarWeb for insights. Without knowing where you stand, you either price yourself out of the market or leave margin on the table. Pick 3 competitors today, list their SKU pricing, packaging, and review volume in a Google Sheet. In 30 minutes, you'll see where your product fits. Mistake number 6, bulk ordering without testing demand. A fitness accessories brand ordered 5,000 yoga mats upfront. 6 months later, 3,800 mats sat and sold, costing $18K in storage fees. Run micro drops before committing. Launch 200 to 300 units first and track sell-through rates. Use pre-order waitlists as an example to gauge real buying intent. Some vendors even offer 50 MOQ, 100 pieces MOQ. Testing demand before committing serves working capital and reduces inventory risk. You learn faster without gambling thousands upfront. So you can start now by asking your supplier today if they can produce a 50 unit, 100, 200 micro batch at a slightly higher cost. It's cheaper than sitting on 30K of dead stock. Mistake number 7 is skipping compliance and quality control. A skincare brand launched with 20% defective units due to leaking caps, $25K in refunds, plus hundreds of negative reviews later. Their ad performance tanked. Lockdown QC and testing early. Assign a lead time for this. Use third-party inspectors like Kima, SGS, or VTrust. Test 3 random samples per batch before mass shipping and confirm category-specific compliance like FDA, CE, FCC, and others. Skipping QC risks refund costs, negative reviews, and permanent damage to your brand reputation, especially if defects hit at launch. So email your supplier today and ask, send me your QC checklist and testing certificates for my SKU. If they hesitate, hire a third-party inspector before shipping. Mistake number 8, packaging becomes launch bottleneck. A premium candle brand delayed launch by 6 weeks because they picked an embossed metallic foil box suppliers that couldn't produce on time. Plan packaging in parallel. Don't plan after. Finalize packaging specs while in sampling of your main product. And request 3 cost tiers: premium, mid-tier, and value. Test fulfillment fit early. Dimensional weight drives shipping costs and eventually warehousing costs. Late packaging approvals create costly delays and oversized boxes, raise shippings, and storage fees unnecessarily. Start now by emailing your supplier today for 3 alternative packaging options with lead times. Choose one that balances cost, speed, and perceived value. Mistake number 9 is launching without knowing through margins. A hoodie priced at $40 had a landed cost of $28. After duties, storage, and ad spend, the brand lost $3 per unit sold. Build a landed cost calculator. Include unit cost, freight, duties, 3PL fees, packaging, and returns. Make sure everything is accounted. Target a minimum of 3.5x multiplier on landed cost for pricing. Use tools like Triple Whale or Google Sheets. Without visibility on your true margins, you can scale a launch and lose money on every single sale. Start now by opening a blank spreadsheet, list all known costs per SKU today, and if your profit per unit is under 60%, price or renegotiate suppliers before placing PO. Last but not the least, mistake number 10, scaling too fast without validating fit. A lifestyle brand launched 8 SKUs at once. 2 sold well and 6 failed. 110K locked in inventory, 6 months of wasted cash flow. So pilot, prove, and scale. Start with 1 to 2 SKUs max. Track sell-through, refund rates, and reviews. Scale only SKUs performing above 75% sell-through in 30 days. Scaling too fast spreads cash and focus thin, hurting your ability to double down on proven winners. Pull your last 3 months of sales data today, identify your top 2 SKUs, and plan your next launch strategy around your winners, not your guesses. Build smarter, launch faster. Even if you avoid these mistakes, launching at scale requires tight timeline, supplier strategy, and forecasting. One missed season, 120% defect batch, or one customs delay can wipe out 50K plus overnight. So if you want to launch smarter, protect your margins, and avoid expensive missteps, click the first link in the description and book a free discovery call, strategy call with me. And after you book that call, check out our case study video about a brand that was 150K overstock and didn't even know, because sometimes the biggest ops issues are the ones hiding in plain sight.